Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Unbreakable Woman Podcast show, a journey and a victory. Now, today I am going to be starting the podcast officially, and we're going to be interviewing a lot of amazing women, great women in different fields, in different expertise, how they started, their story, what made them to actually become who they are today, the challenges they faced, how they were able to rise from that challenge, and how they were able to actually climb the ladder of success in their various fields. But today, our special guest is going to be somebody or no other person other than myself. Welcome me to the show today. So my name is Bisi Akintayo, and I am actually the CEO of GTech Suites in Dubai, and of course, the global GTech Suites globally. We have our base in Nigeria, we have our base in the US, and we've done a lot of remarkable stuff. And I started basically as a financially dependent housewife over a decade ago. So I was just that woman who would literally sit at home and, of course, wait at the end of the month for every penny that she'll be giving. Not every penny, for monthly allowance, as a lot of you know it, monthly upkeep for the home. So basically, that was how I started. And for me, I did not want to remain that way. I wanted to be more. What actually helped me to find my why? And I tell people, if your why is not strong enough, your reason to want to succeed will never ever be strong enough. Your why actually must be strong enough to achieve the kind of success you want to achieve. And this is very important. This is extremely important for your success. So I remember that day I needed toilet paper. My husband was not home. He had gone to work, and I was waiting for him literally to buy this. Now, this toilet paper I'm talking about was not even up to 1 dirham, wasn't up to $1.50. And I remember when he got back, I dashed into his wallet, brought out the note, and went to the store close to my house to buy this. But while coming back, it just came to my mind, and I said to myself, BC, do you want to continue your life this way? Like, you cannot do anything literally financially without your husband being there. And that was how a light bulb just went off in my brain. And I said, no, 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 no way am I going to continue like this. Now, for me, it's not about trying to be that financial competition with my husband. No, I have always wanted in my life to be a support, not just in helping to keep the home front, but also in terms of when the finances are not there in the home, can I also bring out what I have to support the home financially? So I don't want to be a wife that cannot support financially. I wanted to be a wife. I wanted to be that wife, and that woman who, of course, can pursue her vision, her goals, without necessarily having to wait for her husband. So that was also one of the things that actually made me to get started. And I started with e-commerce business. So I started with my e-commerce business, trained over 10,000 people globally in the e-commerce space, teaching them how to profit in the e-commerce industry. And of course, today, I haven't done that been in the e-commerce sector for over 8 years, and I pivot into real estate. And real estate for me is really amazing. And I'm going to be telling you why I actually pivot into real estate much later. So I'm into the real estate sector here in Dubai, and it's been an amazing space for me. I've seen a lot of women in the Dubai real estate sector who will tell me, I can't play in this field in Dubai, especially because of this, because of that. And I've said it several times. It is not about those challenges you're facing. It's about how can I be able to stand in the midst of these challenges as a woman and still overcome these challenges and rise up and build something big in this country. So guys, that's a little bit about myself, sharing with you about my story. And I would still dive a little further into my story as well, so you will understand why I do not want to be a financial burden and why I chose to be a financial helpmate to my spouse. Let me take you a little bit about my background. So I was actually the number 3 child out of a family of 7. My mom and dad had separated. I did not even know my stepmom was in my mom until I was the age of maybe 11, thereabouts. So that was how my story started, being the third child. And I have never shared this. I was the child as a number 3 in the family. You won't believe that. Despite the fact my dad had 7 children, he wanted to have just 2 kids. And he did not even want to have the number 3. Like, it was a big war, like my mom told me. He never wanted to have the third child. But of course, he ended up having 7. But I believe because I have a destiny, and that's why I was actually bettered into that family. So years back, being the third child from a family of 7, I suffered a whole lot with rejection. I suffered with low self-esteem. My low self-esteem was really 0. I did not believe anything good can come out of me, honestly. While growing up, I was so timid. I could not look straight into the face of anyone. I could not believe in myself. Why? Because I had a lot of challenges growing up. I felt that there was no love in my home. And I remember being all of those things made me not really see a very bright future. I never ever wanted to get married as well. I would say that marriage was not meant for me because growing up, I never saw successful marriages around me. Marriages I literally could see were marriages that were failing, and I did not want to be somebody's punching bag. I did not want to be somebody who could be dejected and could not feel love also in the marriage. So I felt that there was no point getting married because for me, I saw the essence of marriage as just having children, and that was what I saw. But years down the line, I met my husband. As at that time, I never knew he was going to be my husband. I would talk to him about all the things I hated about marriage. Sometimes, some people could even come to meet him to ask him, to tell him to ask me out on their behalf because I was just this rigid and strong-willed that wasn't going to be in a relationship till I finished my university days. And not that I was not previously in a relationship before I got into the university. I was in 1 or 2 relationships, but I cut them quits after 1 month because I just did not still see myself dating anybody. And that was why I actually called off the relationship. So for me, I never wanted to get married. I had to do a whole lot for me to be who I am today. And I would say this to every woman who is watching this right now. Please, you need to understand that it doesn't matter what people might have said about you. I've heard people who have said to me, even in my family, that she will never succeed, she would suffer. And of course, all that is history today. Results that I have is enough to terminate all those insults. So what you need to do, it doesn't matter what people say about you. What do you say about yourself? What do you perceive about you? And one of the ways I was able to work on myself was to learn from successful people, surround myself with the right people. And I also began to also use the right words, began to see the kind of future I want to picture in. And if you cannot future a future that you want to picture in, it's going to be a problem. So I grew up not knowing love, but I pictured when I began to change my mindset. So I pictured a better future for myself. I pictured a better future for my family. I pictured a future with love. And there's so much love in my family today. Even my youngest knows what she wants to become, and she is so, so confident in herself. And all this I didn't have. But I changed the story. I changed the narrative to what I wanted, not just by just talking about it, but also I began to have the right information come into my mind. I detoxified my mind of every negativity in my environment. So detoxify your mind. Remove all the negative people, negative energy, negative attitude, negative people in your life. There are some people that should not even go to the next phase of your life with you, not even cross over to a new year or to a new month or to a new day with you. When people are not adding to you, it is time for you to let them go, because if you don't let them go, they will actually help you fall. But if you let them go, then of course you will grow in anything you want to do. So surrounding myself with the right information, surrounding myself with the right people really helped to change a whole lot about me. Surrounding myself around successful marriages, even before I got married, really helped me. I could see that you could be married and you could fly as a woman. You could be married and you could have an amazing lifestyle. And I want to say to every woman out there, if you're not married yet, ensure that you marry for somebody who is going to support your vision, someone who is going to support your dreams, not someone who is going to be intimidated by your success. A lot of people's successes would have grown beyond what it is today. A lot of women would have achieved great and amazing things, but because they chose the wrong partner who is intimidated by their success, who doesn't want something good to come out of them, guess what? They have been relegated to just a nobody. I've seen women who I knew in school who were powerful women who were relegated to nothing, to nonsense, because they chose the wrong partner. So please, as a woman, this is very important. You chose the right partner, not because of the money, not because of anything. Ensure you chose the person who believes in your dreams, who believes in your vision, and who you can also believe in his vision and walk the path to both help each other, achieving each other's vision and successes. That was exactly what I did. I didn't chose my husband because I loved him. I did not feel any butterflies in my stomach. I keep sharing the story. I never felt butterflies in my stomach for my husband. I just felt that there was an inner peace in going ahead in a relationship with him when he asked me out. I never even wanted someone like him because he did not look like my tall, dark, and handsome guy. I know he's listening to this. It didn't look like it, but yes, it did not look like it. But I had this inner peace within my spirit, and I saw that he was a man of vision. He never had money then, but his vision were just too big. And I believed in that vision, and I saw that he was extremely supportive of me, of my business, even while in school. And gradually, we grew into love. His story was the same. He was not in love. He just was looking for who can fit into his vision as well. And that was how we both matchmaked each other. And of course, we are both supporting each other's vision. He's doing his own thing. I'm doing my own thing. And nobody is actually bothered or threatened. If I succeed more than my husband today, he would brag about it. And that is what is going to make him be so, he'll be so happy. He is not bothered about who succeed more. It's about, is she growing? Is she becoming the best version of herself? And over the years, from a lady who was shy, from a lady who was timid, from a lady who did not have confidence, I cannot speak to a crowd. I did not believe I have the right words to tell anybody. From that individual, I have been able to train over 10,000 people globally. I am also running a global business today. Why? Because I chose to detoxify my mindset, and I chose to have the right information and bring the right people in my inner circle. One of the amazing things I've been able to do in my life is have mentors. I will not but overemphasize this. Mentors are one of your pathways to success in life. when I started my e-commerce business years back, I was a little bit not making or getting the kind of result I wanted to get. So I had to get a mentor in the e-commerce sector. Now pivoted into the real estate sector as well. When I started the real estate, it was looking like, am I really going to really make it big in real estate? Why did I say this? Was because it wasn't easy when I started. Moving from e-commerce to real estate, I had cold feet because people have known me all my life for e-commerce, and I love to do one thing and be good at that one thing, not to do everything and be a master of none. So pivoting into real estate for me, I had to find people who could guide me, mentors who could help me grow. I had to get books from different people in the real estate sectors, even some who were my friends. I had to read my husband's book. I had to read so many other books, and would sometimes call upon the people I regard as my mentor. This is the challenges I have. How can I be able to overcome it? What can I do? So having mentors in life is a pathway for you to grow really fast in any industry. And I will advise that you do not just focus on having a mentor in terms of your business alone, like in terms of the industry you operate in. You should have a mentor in every area of your life. When I write my goals based on different areas. I have my goals based on my financial goals, my spiritual goals. I have my family goals. I have my personal goals. I have there's one other one that is missing on the list now. Okay, maybe when I remember, I would mention that. But I have my goals segmented into different areas. So for all of these goals, I have different mentors who I look up to actually help me bring the best out of whatever I'm doing at that moment. So I would advise, in order for you to grow in life, especially in the world whereby the women are doing so much now, but compared to the number of women we have in the society, not many of us are really still out there making our mark, letting people to know that we are here. So in a world like this, we need to have people who can guide us. Now, your mentors do not have to be only successful women because you're a man. Your mentors can be in different, can be a man, it can be a woman. So you don't have to be specific and say, oh, it has to be a woman mentor I must get. No, it can be a male mentor. It can be somebody who has years of experience in your field. Any sector you want to go into, it doesn't have to be real estate, it doesn't have to be e-commerce. Ensure whoever you get as your mentor already have wealth of experience, because one of the things you need to understand about mentorship is that you climb on the ladder of mentors to achieve your own success. So mentors have gone through that same experience, that same path you want to pass through. So what do? They begin to tell you ways and how you should go about it, so that you do not fall into the same pitfalls that they are falling into in time past. So that way, what happens is what took them 10 years to accomplish, what took them 20 years to accomplish. Now, standing on this wisdom of the mentors, you take lesser time to achieve them because they have safeguarded you from falling into those pitfalls, which exactly is my story as well. These mentors in my different areas of life guided me through my marriage. I will never get a mentor whose marriage was maybe 1 or 2 years younger than mine. No, I got mentors who actually their children, their marriages were older than mine. And that's why I tell people that why a lot of marriages fail today is because so many people now have been able to pattern their lives. They are partnering their marriages based on what the social world is talking about, based on what the digital world is talking about. No, my marriage was not founded on social media. So I don't take social media directives to be able to run my home. So I look at what has worked from older generation. I pick those things and I inculcate it into my family and try to ensure that these things work. And I tell people also, in as much as I'm trying to pick one or two things from people. I do not make sure that I pick 100% what they do, because everybody's template is different. I can pick one or two things, tweak it into my templates, and make it work for me. But if you're trying to pick everybody's templates, in terms of marriage, it might not work out. So do not try and follow what everybody's doing. Just pick it and tweak it into your own template to make it work. But in terms of business, I would say business, do photocopy. Do not actually try and say, oh, let me pick and tweak. Some, of course, you can pick and tweak. But I would say if you see something that is working, just pick it and follow through it and work with it and run with it. In the world of business space, one of the things you need to understand is that every successful businessman operates with principles. And operating with principles does not specifically say that, you are of this particular demography, you're a woman, you're a man. That's why if you follow the principles because you're a woman, you won't succeed. No, success has its own principles. Once you are able to follow the principles, inconsequential of your tribe, your culture, your religion, you will become successful. Just follow the footprints of those who have become successful. Follow those rules, those guidelines, those principles that they've set aside. Just follow it bumper to bumper, and you would achieve the same results they have achieved. I say sometimes to my women flock that it looks as though a lot of men are succeeding more. But the honest truth is, if you take the responsibility of they looking after the home and even looking after the home front, let me just put it as the home front, the children, and even you, the husband, you will discover that a lot of women are going to be more successful. Now, let me break this down very well. What I'm trying to say here is that a lot of successful women, by going through their biography, I study biographies of women who have also become successful, who have become great. A lot of them are not saddled with the responsibility of cooking. They are not saddled with the responsibility of taking care of the children. They are not saddled with the responsibility of having to literally drive their children to school often. Now, I'm not saying that this is bad in terms of women doing all of these things. It's really amazing. I love to do it. I love to take my kids to school. But I am saying that why some women actually, it looks as if, and I would give accolades to a lot of women who are doing this and still breaking barriers in their different field. But if you have to remove this responsibility from a woman, you will be amazed at how much success she will accomplish. And that's why women who are smart enough and are being able to delegate these things by having a chef, by having a cook, by having a nanny, by having a driver, by having a dry cleaner, you'll see these women are beginning to fly. They are not the one doing the laundry. They're not the one doing the cooking. They're not the one doing everything, but they are still spending quality time with their children. They are climbing the pinnacle of their career, of their businesses. The men are not, a lot of men are not saddled with this responsibility. Maybe about 5%, of course, sometimes do these things, but about 95% of men do not do these things. They just go to work in the morning, they dress up, they move to work, they are back at home. The woman has to do all of these things. So I would say to women out there that the tasks you can actually delegate, please delegate them. Now, you might think is spending money, but what I have discovered, because I was at this phase of my life as well, whereby I was not delegating, I wanted to do everything. And the period I started delegating, I discovered I was making more money. I discovered I was being penny wise, pound foolish. I love to be there for my kids all the time, but not having somebody to help me do the laundry, clean the house was really telling on me, was affecting me. I was unable to enjoy life. And one of the things my husband would say to me is that you as an individual need to live life. You need to enjoy your life. Because I would not want to travel. I would not want to do anything. My whole life was surrounded around my kids. And this is why a lot of people have had mental breakdown. They've had one issues or the other because you put your happiness, your joy, everything around your life, you put it on your children and your spouse. And when you do all of these things and what you expected in return, you did not get it, or it leads a lot of people to either the asylum. So I had to begin to think of me because there was a me before my children came, before my husband came. So I started doing more things for me. I started getting more help. And that's why today I can build a global business. And that's why today I can have fun and also have amazing and great children in my life. Also have an amazing husband in my life because I am able to now give the love I have genuinely for myself. So you cannot genuinely love you if you cannot genuinely give love when you do not genuinely love you as a person and as an individual. So why Dubai real estate for me amongst all the real estate places I can actually do real estate? Of course, I do real estate back home as well in the US. But why am I so much in love with doing real estate in Dubai? This is basically because Dubai has more potential to give anyone investing in this economy. For me, they have more potential in giving high returns on investment. Yes. And this is one of the things that every smart investor look out for. So I ventured into Dubai real estate because I wanted to grow my wealth portfolio. And I discovered that if I have to do that, I have to venture into real estate. Every billionaire in the world today you have seen, one of the ways they have become successful is via real estate. Real estate is what makes people build more financial assets. So if you are in any business and you've not done real estate, you don't have investment in real estate, then you are not yet a businessman or a businesswoman, or you are not yet a financial person. So for me, real estate in Dubai is really amazing, has huge opportunity, has a lot of over 200 nationalities in Dubai. And the growth, the expansion I see, I've been coming in and out of Dubai for the past 7 years. So I've seen a lot of growth in the past 7 years. I've been visiting Dubai. I've seen how Dubai actually ascended the height of its growth today, and so many amazing things coming up. Another reason for me is because of the security in this country. The security is really amazing. I literally could. This is the only country I can go out by 11 p.m. and get back by 2 p.m. and be playing outside in the park, or 10 p.m. and get back by 1 a.m. just playing in the park with my kids. And you literally find other families in the park in the midnight. This is the only place I feel extremely safe. So Dubai is a country that it's very safe. And because of the safety in this country, I love where my clients, where myself would invest in and will be sure that there's so much safety around it, and our investment is also saved. So in terms of the returns, ROI, 2 years ago, let me just give you an example. 2 years ago, a client of ours bought a property for about 400,000 dirhams, a studio apartment, and currently down to 2024. This particular project now has appreciated more than 100%. Is now over a million, over a million in terms of the appreciation rates. I've seen some of them also over a project for about 1 million dirhams, and it has appreciated over some over 50%, some over 70%. 80% when it comes to handover. And I always advise people to buy property that is off plan, because off plan projects you buy cheaper. Then, of course, when the property is ready and you want to buy it, you buy it you buy it more expensive. And also the fact that the payment plan here in Dubai is really amazing. We have some developers, because we work with developers, and some developers offer 10 years payment plan. This is a long-term mortgage plan with no interest. Zero interest, you're paying for 10 years. Some projects, you're paying for 4 years. Flexible payment plan. You also get to have your golden visa. If you do an investment of about $600,000 and above, you can get a golden visa for 10 years, meaning you can literally not decide to stay out of Dubai. You can literally decide to stay out of Dubai for as long as you want. You don't have to come in every 6 months. There's limitless opportunities. I remember Burj Khalifa as of last year was the most visited tourist place in the world. It had millions of people that visited the Burj Khalifa, which made it the most visited place in the world in the year 2023. So there's a lot of numerous opportunities here in Dubai. Currently, one of our developers is even giving 50% cash back. If you buy a property, pay 100% for that property, you're getting 50% cash back in 5 years. Come on. Where would you find that? This is so ridiculous as an offer that anyone should just jump at it. So this is why for me, Dubai was just the place for me to just come do more of my real estate, establish our company here and make waves in this sector. And of course, Dubai is not bothered about inflation here. So it doesn't affect Dubai. The exchange rates I've known for the past 7 years is still the same exchange rates. So if you want to earn in foreign currency, Dubai is the right place to come and earn. And we have a lot of people who are coming in from the Western world today, coming to invest in this country because of all of these reasons, which I made mention of, especially because there's no property tax. Then your house is yours, your apartment is yours for the rest of your life. There's a freehold on your property. You don't have to come back after 99 years and come do anything in terms of documentation and the property now belongs to the government. No, it doesn't work that way in Dubai. But one of the things about Dubai is you need to find somebody who knows the market, who actually understand how it works, because there are some places you actually would invest in. You might not get good returns on investment. And there are some places you invest in and you get absolutely good returns on investment. So Dubai for me is a very good place to invest in. I'll also share a story of one of my uncles who actually has properties here in Dubai. And during the issue with the flood, some properties were affected, some apartments were affected, some people's furniture was affected. And I've never seen this happen anywhere in the world where the government would call you and say, you know what, for those damages in your apartment, for those damages for your furniture, we are going to help you do this, fix those things which are damaged at zero cost. I've never heard that anywhere in the world. And this, for me, actually made a statement that the government of Dubai actually is interested in securing the properties of the investors. So they are ensuring that they're not just asking you to come and invest here, but they are also telling you that this country, we are going to protect your investment no matter the climate condition, which was a deal breaker for me. And currently, we have the D33 agenda by Sheikh Mohammed. So Dubai is projected that it's going to quadruple its current population, and it's going to quadruple its current economic growth as well. So many amazing things are coming up. The new airport, Tun Airport, is coming up as well. So many amazing economic development is coming up as well due to this agenda. And what you need to know now is that currently Dubai actually is shortage of housing. Like they have housing deficits. Why? Because the country needs to make more homes to meet the D33 agenda that is actually going to happen in a couple of years. As at that time, more people would have relocated into this economy, meaning there will be need for more housing units. And for those people who are investing right now, those are the people that will get the benefits of this the 33 agenda. As at that time, who knows, your investment would have more than quadrupled its price, and you will be among the lucky ones. For those who have invested with us, will be among the lucky ones who will be happy that they did such an investment. So the personal values that have guided me in my endeavors in my business, one of it is integrity. So I love to uphold my word. When I give my word, I love to uphold it. And this actually for me is really key, is really important. Number two is mutual respect. I do respect every one of my clients. I don't care their background. I do not care where they're coming from. So I respect people. You don't even have to be my clients before I respect you. I just believe that when I give respect, of course, I would get respected in return. So that's one of my personal value. I respect people. I also value people. Now, value is very important. I see a lot of young people who want to hang around great personality, especially the older generation, but they are disrespectful. Now, people do not want to bring you in their circle when you do not respect them and when you're so greedy to ask for what you want. A lot of them are after, I want you to connect me with this person. I want you to connect me with that person. No, I want to genuinely, and from the bottom of my heart, I'm also always looking at what can I add to this individual? What can I add to this person? I'm not coming to you to be a burden. The relationship might later grow and become mutual. It's fine. It might turn into profit, but at the initial moment stage, I'm meeting that individual. What value can I add to you? And I want you also as an individual, when you meet with people, when you meet with the older generation, when you even meet with people in your life, one of the things you should look out for is what value am I actually giving out? Value, when you give it out, one of the things you need to understand is that it comes back to you as value. So value for value. And of course, you have an amazing life. So you need to learn how to give value. You need to be somebody that will uphold their own end of the word. And even if something is going to change, let them know so that they don't feel that, what you said to them actually is not what you have also told them. Okay, marketing tools I use. One of the things I use in my business in marketing is my social media platform. I've built a lot of social capital over the years. I don't joke with my social media platform. Branding is key, so you need to be an individual who actually would stand for a particular brand. And there was a point in my life whereby there's a particular outfit I used to wear, kind of outfit, but I discovered that this was not going with the kind of brand I need to portray. Now, mind you, these things were not revealing, but they were not things that were going with the structure of my body. So I had to begin to look at what would really work for me. And I discovered what would work for me. So branding is key, both your physical branding, your online branding, everything has to go hand in hand together. Now, I've seen a couple of people, ladies, who will tell me that the real estate is a bit porous and a bit promiscuous, and especially for the women. And I say to them is that why this is because people do not know what you stand for. And when people do not know what you stand for, they would actually put anything, push anything to you. But when they know that your values are different, then when they know that you stand for this and they can see the kind of growth, the kind of people that you even surround yourself with, it doesn't make them to even push some nasty things around your life. So be a woman of value, be a woman of virtue, be a woman of integrity, be a woman also of love, okay? Give love and also smile. Smile, because smiling actually really helps me a whole lot. And I believe that it can help you and make you still younger as well. Okay. So how did I balance family and my career? Balancing family and career wasn't easy at the beginning. It was really difficult for me when it comes to balancing both aspects. But luckily for me, I have a very supportive husband. I have an amazing sister as well. So having good support system was key for me. So my supporting system, they've been able to help me and being able to delegate some things I won't be able to do. Hardly do I not talk to my kids at least a couple of times in a week when I'm on business vacation or business trips. So I ensure we keep that communication line. We talk about how school went. So for me, it's not easy balancing, but sometimes you can kind of find a way to integrate business and work together so that you have a balance. And also intentionally, based on our family goals, I still ensure that those things which I've set as family goals, we accomplish them. But basically, just find good support system. It will help you have a good balance when it comes to family and business. Because honestly, as a woman, it's not easy. And it's not just business alone for me. I went back to school. I'm getting an MBA and having my kids there, having to also do assignments, having to write exams. So it's not been a roller coaster journey for me, but it's been a beautiful one, an amazing one as well. So challenges, yes, there's no business that doesn't come with its own challenges. I had my challenges in business, quite a lot of challenges. Now, some challenges could come based on either expansion. Some challenges could come. So I had challenge of expansion. I had challenge of actually pivoting from one sector to another sector. That was also another challenge with me. Now dealing with the new challenges of the new sector, meeting my targets, also running a beautiful home, and of course going back to school. So those were kind of challenges I faced, trying to balance all of these things. But despite the challenges you face in business, in career, in anything you do, one thing you need to understand is when challenges come, they are stepping stones to your success in life. Some challenges could also be some government regulations that sometimes will come, which you were not prepared for. But I have always said this in my home, and we know this in my home, that challenges are the stepping stone, or challenges are the food of champions. So when you want to succeed in life, find challenges, embrace them. Do not run away from challenges. Challenges help you to step up the ladder of your success and help you grow beyond what you actually would have expected your growth to look like. So embrace challenges, and of course, you will become successful in your field. My last, what is my word for every woman out there? So for every woman out there, one of the things I would say to those who are watching me right now, you want to be that powerful woman. You want to be that great woman. You want to be that woman who people would look up to. You want to be that woman who people would say, I want to look like her. Like for me, I get this a whole lot. I want to let you know that Rome was not built in a day. I took this journey gradually. And for men as well, please do not try to force your wife to be who you want her to be, because you might not achieve the results you want to achieve. So you can, of course, take it one day at a time. You can begin with a book, going online, looking for great women to surround yourself around. If you cannot have access to them physically, get their books, go for their trainings, go for their conferences. This will start building your self-esteem. And do not believe that in that mantra that says that a woman is meant to be, not to be a financial helpmate to the home. No, you can Also be a financial helpmate to the home. Some women are making amazing money but cannot drop a penny of that money to support their home. I don't believe in that. I want to admonish you to change that mindset as well, because this gives you confidence with your husband. It boosts your confidence around your family members, around your society at large also. So be that woman who actually is unbreakable. Be that woman who is victorious in her field. Be that woman who will embrace her story, share her story with the world. And of course, that story will be what will make as many people as possible want to reach out to her, want to be like her, be better than her. And please do not wish to be like me. Wish to be bigger, wish to be better. This is what will make me a success. And this is what will make me extremely happy. So women, more of you needs to rise up. More of you needs to own your home before you clock 40. More of you need to own your home before you clock 50. Let's rise up together. Let's shine together. Let's become powerful together. And let's change the narrative together. Thank you for watching this podcast. And of course, I need you to stay tuned because we're going to be having amazing guests, beautiful guests, more beautiful and amazing and powerful than myself on this podcast show. And if you know you actually learned something in this podcast, ensure you do the right thing by sharing, by liking, and by, of course, giving us feedback of how this was a blessing to you. So thank you for watching. Bye.